Give me 1 second. I'm almost home by my land computer. Y'all just give me 1 second. We're running just a little bit late.
What's going on? What's going on? Who we got there in the background?
Look, man, I'm here until Dad comes. I'm the admin around here.
All right. What's up? What's up,
Sam,
little broski?
come on now.
You controlling the mic over there? All right, I got you.
What we talking about today, man?
Who that was in the background you added that was in there?
It said the better sports, so I think it was Dad.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That must have been him coming from another spot. All right, sports fans. It's another Saints game day today. Welcome to the baddest sports talk, man. So look, um, I know everyone. I don't know if everyone's already up now. I know we have some late bloomers, but I know if you are, I'm sitting here checking out this this Buccaneers and Seahawks game, and the Buccaneers are taking it to the Seahawks right now. So that doesn't really help our case as far as record, but we win today. We'll be one game right behind the Buccaneers. That'll draw us closer near to the Buccaneers. So we shouldn't worry too much about what the Buccaneers got going on. We'll see them eventually. We just gotta handle what we gotta handle here with the Steelers today. So so for fans that are sitting there waiting for a team to lose, I'm kind of more of that guy that's like, take care of your business first because, like I said, at the end of the day, yeah, you can hope and pray for other teams to go ahead and fail all you want. But at the end of the day, you got to handle your own business, and that's what it is in this league. So it's gonna come down to us winning these football games leading up to the Buccaneers game. I can't wait to see the Buccaneers again in their house. Really, quite honestly, I would love to go ahead and you know put their season in misery. Beating them in their house. That would be a fitting way to go ahead and do that to the Buccaneers. But it's all right. Like I said, the Buccaneers will enjoy this win, I guess, this ugly win in Germany and everything, and think they have control of the division and everything. And a lot of the national media will, come out and say, hey, we seen this coming all the way, that the Buccaneers had this in control the whole time. But like I said, time will tell. Time will show who the best team is in this division. This division has been really ugly, really ugly. Every team in this division, it really doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't deserve to win it all. But since we got to the end of the NFL, everyone deserves the winner. And guess what? Hey, hopefully the Saints can go ahead and prove that they are that winner. So what's up, Hump? What's up? Nas, good to see y'all in the background here, man. How y'all doing on this lovely Sunday morning?
Still a little optimistic, bro. But I mean, a lot of injuries, bro, and I'm just jumping on, so I don't really know, so I'm just trying to listen and see what y'all really talking about right quick. But optimistic, like I said again, like every Saints fan, bro, but right now, it's just like, proceed with caution right now.
I feel you. Nas, how you feeling, man? How you feeling this morning?
Y'all can hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. There you go. I like the connection today. Good start.
Still optimistic. Just got a game plan for the offense. Just game plan against Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris. And defensively, we all know about Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, Terrell, what's his name? Chase or Terrell Edmonds.
Yeah.
And Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Those key guys are going to be the guys we got to watch.
Minka Fitzpatrick not playing.
I'm glad that you.
Let me break that down right quick.
No. No.
Hey, ain't playing nothing.
Every 504, because what you about to do is you heard one person fly out of his mouth. And you about to name one inactive.
Tell them don't be reporting nothing for us around here.
I'm about to name the full inactive list. All right, we're not about to go ahead and just be getting excited just because one player is gone. Okay.
I ain't talking about just one player. Oh shit, they cornerback gone too.
All right, so look,
William. What's his name? William.
William Jackson.
He'll bring it up. Go ahead. I'm quiet. I'm quiet.
Full rundown before y'all sit there and be getting excited about players being out and they might not even be out. All right, let me tell y'all this. All right, look. For the Steelers side, since everyone's interested who's playing out there for the Steelers today and who's not playing out there, okay, William Jackson III will not be playing today. And Akello Witherspoon, I think. Akello Witherspoon, I guess he's the other cornerback on the other side. I don't know if he starts or not over there. But he has a hamstring and he's out as well. Levi Wallace will play today for the Steelers. Kristen Kuntz, that's a long snapper, so don't worry about him. But Miles Jack will play. Larry, I'm not even about to say his last name, but he's about to play. Malik Reed is gonna be questionable today. Cameron Hayward will play today. DeMonte Casey will play today, and Kevin Dotson will be questionable today. So the only two notable players that will be out today for the Pittsburgh Steelers is Minka Fitzpatrick and William Jackson. Okay.
Ooh, that's big.
As well, TJ Watt, the little brother to Mr. JJ Watt, will be playing for the Steelers. He is active. Now, as far as the Saints side, we have Marcus Davenport. Let me get here and say this about Mr. Marcus Davenport. He's inactive. Okay. Look.
He's surprised.
Davenport was limited all week in practice, so it kind of makes me go with him today that he's inactive. It frustrates me.
That's the it's not no whom. That's what they do. And I told y'all about that with during the course of the week they do an evaluation on how a player is going from day one to all the way from Monday. It's evaluation all the way from Monday all the way to game day. There you can feel a certain way. You can and Petey know this. You can feel good on Tuesday, but on Wednesday you can go right back feeling the same way. So it's especially it depends on the injury. Depends on what the injury is. You know what I'm saying? Because swelling on an ankle drastically happens. It doesn't look right, but when you wake up in the morning, it re-swelling. So if it's swollen, or whatever he's dealing with is swollen, then that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even worrying about it. I don't want to hear nothing about Michael Thomas and him dishing the medical staff. At some point, you got to look at yourself, Michael Thomas. I'm no longer going to ride the excuse of you and trying to bash the Saints medical staff. You guys know your own body. This has been almost 2 years now. You hurt your toe. The medical staff didn't hurt your toe, okay? So I'm not going to make no excuses for Michael Thomas and him and whatever y'all negativity listening to the media or listening to these guys tweet, listening to Jameis Winston. What I heard from reports that Jameis Winston was talking to Nick Underhill, and he was talking. That's not what I want to hear. I don't want to hear that from Saints players complaining about somebody sold me out and this and that and this. The bottom line is this. You as a player determine your play. They gave you the money to play. So I don't want to hear no excuses from these players. We started off as a bad football team. There's no excuses, y'all. None of us. There's no excuses. We started off, we put ourselves in this hole. That was a team. That wasn't a Wednesday issue. That was a team issue. That was offensive line, multiple offensive linemen who didn't gel together. So I don't put that on Jameis. But Jameis, I'm not going to let you put it on the Saints coaching staff. Okay? You wanted to play, sir.
Before we get into that, let me finish this inactive list.
I'm your daddy. Go ahead.
Oh. Pete Warner's out. Mark Ingram is out. Marshawn Lattimore is out. Andrews Pete is out. Marcus May is out. Marcus Callaway is out. And J.P. Holtz is out.
Okay, we wouldn't win and win them. I want to see some new guys out there. Huh, Larry? You know what I'm saying? I want to see some, Callaway dropped some passes last week. Couldn't help his quarterback. There was some certain things that he was doing. I want to see some other guys out there. I want to see, the Shaheed, the way Shaheed was getting more involved in the offense, okay?
Dejon Dixon.
Kevin White looked good last week, y'all.
I think Dejon Dixon gone. Seahawks signed Dixon.
Oh, well, I didn't bring up no Dixon. I mean,
hang on, guys. Now on the active list, we have PJ Williams. We have Tanoa Passanio. We have Cameron Jordan.
Okay.
We have Ryan Ramczyk. And guess who's actually playing today? Jarvis Juice Landry. Now, that is an interesting name on this list that's actually playing today.
Oh, you missed Callaway.
Last week.
You missed Callaway, and there go your guy right there.
Yeah, big upgrade over Callaway.
That's a big upgrade.
Yeah, I'll definitely take that over Callaway. Look, guys, after reading that list immediately, okay.
It's an even game.
The biggest thing is right now is, look, we've been knowing this all season. This ain't nothing new. The Saints are just an injured football team right now. The Saints going to have to do what they've been trying to do all season, which is next man up, and they're going to have to win without their key players. All right. The biggest bright spot, like I said, is Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry is going to have to prove something to me today. And look, people are gonna say it's gonna be hard for him because he's been injured for that long of time. But I
expect and all them other guys. You're right, EJ.
I expect to see a lot out of Jarvis Landry today. Okay, I really do. I need to see him get it just as much as involved in the receiving game, just as much as Chris Olave. Okay, he needs to demand the football today in the receiving game. Okay,
now, I got a question.
Go ahead, Larry.
Now, with all these injuries we got piling up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, they fired somebody in the offseason and brought in somebody else that was supposed to help with this.
Exactly.
I don't see no difference.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. The Alabama, I forgot what the guy name is, but the Alabama.
He's the health guy.
The head of the health department of Alabama.
Goes back. Is that the player or is that the training staff? That's what I keep asking.
Health staff, the health staff guy that DA hired.
People all you want, but if you're not taking care of your own self, your own body,
hang on.
That don't make sense to me.
Let me say this.
Y'all relying on the staff to take care of your body.
Oh, because it was a point that they was trying to make. They was like, well, we need a new training staff to get the players in better condition, to better handle injuries and come back quicker. But I'm seeing the same thing.
Well, that's why I'm about to say to this point is that Larry do have a point in this now because the Saints.
I agree with him.
They made a point in the offseason to go ahead and try to hire a training staff that would get their players back out on the field as quickly as possible. They actually fired their head trainers this past offseason.
Do you blame the Saints organization for going to try to do better? Is their fault that the next training staff can't figure it out?
Hang on. This is the point I'm trying to. Every 504.
You have to let me talk at some point.
Mute yourself.
I'm not muting nothing.
Mute yourself.
You have to let me talk.
Mute yourself because hey, I haven't gotten to you yet. We about to get to you because we know you about to take a whole segment and a whole 20 to 30-minute segment about what you got to say. So mute yourself real quick so I can go ahead and get to everyone else.
Oh, you can speak.
Oh, you good? You good? You gonna sit here and let everybody talk. All right. Like I said, the Saints fired the head of the training staff last year and hired this man from Alabama. He was supposed to come in and help improve this training staff over here for the Saints. Now, Larry, I'm glad you brought up that point. We have not seen no improvements at all as far as the training staff is concerned. No, like I'm seeing really the same amount of injuries we had last year is the same we have in this year. Okay. Now, is that all on the training staff's fault? No, it's not all their fault. Okay. Now, sometimes it's just the players. The players got to stay healthy. Sometimes as a player, you just got to say in yourself, you can go ahead and make it through some injuries and some injuries you can't make it through. Okay. Now, this year with some of these injuries, I'm not going to lie to you, especially with injuries like Michael Thomas, those are injuries you cannot help. You can't help injury situations like that. All right. Michael Thomas had a turf toe injury where he tried to battle through. It's not like he wasn't trying to go ahead and get back out on the field, and the trainers tried to help him with that. They tried to get him back out on the field as well, but it just wasn't working out. That was going to put him back into more time where he wasn't going to go ahead and come back out in the season. So the best thing for him was to get shut down. Okay, so I know a lot of people are going to sit here and say, let's go ahead and fire the training staff again. But I don't think that's going to help. It's really not going to help because
you got to ride the hand you dealt.
We just seen this year that firing somebody is not helping right now. Okay, so it's really on the players at this point. The players have to just do a better job of staying healthy. And when you say staying healthy, I mean, it's hard not to stay healthy in the game of football. Injuries happen. Stuff like that happens. So I can't sit there and really get mad at a football player for getting injured. I mean, there's nothing that we can do about that. yeah, there are instances where they got players that are, cry about something in the league, and now to sit there and act like that the injury is really worse than what it really is. Like Anthony Davis, I can put that as an example. Anthony Davis get injured a lot in the NBA, and there's a lot of minor injuries that he has. He can play through a lot of those injuries, but he chooses to sit out. That's one guy I think that really just uses any kind of, way to say, let me just sit out. Okay, they have players like that in the NFL, but I really feel like the injuries that we have suffered this season have just come from, misfortune. We came from really bad situations. Jarvis Landry went through that ankle injury. Oh, that's tough. A damn ankle injury, and we saw the play. We saw where it happened. James threw that damn ball. He slid in to try to catch that pass, and Jarvis came in there and landed awkwardly on his ankle like that. That's tough to come through and try to come back.
Bradley Roby too. Roby too.
Like I said, man, but it's more than just the training staff at this point. But like I said, I like that you brought that point up, Larry. I'm not trying to sit there and bash what you're saying. That's a good point. That what you're saying is that we already fired the training staff last year and tried to hire the new guy. So everyone that's sitting there out there that's trying to push that narrative that we should fire him again, well, why do that when you already did that last year? It's not helping them. So I don't know where want me to say injuries.
It was just a question because they did all that and everything's still looking the same. You know what I'm saying? We still got the same results.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
it made no sense to even fire the guy.
Right. That's the point. You can't sit there and call for somebody's job so much just because, okay, hey, you're not seeing the players that you want out on the football field. There's nothing you can do about it that a training staff can do. If a player say he's not playing, he's not playing. Okay, that's just what it is. All right, a training staff can sit there and help you. They can help you, monitor your injury and see how better you can get with your injury. But that's on that person. Okay, at the end of the day, it's not on the training staff to sit there and say, hey, doggone, you can't play all the time. It's all on that person. If I feel good, and we just and every 504 just said that Davenport, he didn't feel good. I mean, he had limited practice all week. Yeah, So and he looked like he was gonna play this week, but today he woke up this morning, didn't feel good enough. So hey, he said, "Hey guys, I'm not ready to go." What can you do with that?
Exactly. Team first. Next man up mentality. Let your guys who's backing you up do their job for you.
Exactly. It's next man up mentality, and we've been dealing with that all season. So I don't know why this is new for Saints fans all of a something, man. But go ahead, every 504. You can go ahead and have your little session right now about injuries and
let me address this.
What Saints fans are panicking about.
Andy Dalton 3-13 playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is this the Cincinnati Bengals or is this the New Orleans Saints? Because I don't give a damn what he did over there in Cincinnati. I get so sick and tired of people bringing up players or what they did against in the historical runs against them. I don't care about that. Okay, he plays for the black and gold and not the black and yellow. Okay, and not the red, not the Bengals. The Bengals are hurt. The Pittsburgh Steelers have just as many injuries as the Saints. Okay, I'm not going to make excuses for Andy Dalton, and I'm not going to make excuses for James or whoever is the quarterback of the New Orleans. If Andy Dalton plays terrible in the first quarter, I'm assuming he will be replaced. Okay, that's just what I'm assuming. Okay, I don't think the Saints are going to go too long. They will go back to Jameis Winston, and I think they'll try to make a run at that. But just comparing his pass against Pittsburgh is just not fair to the players because that's not the same team. Every year you get different teams. Every year we get different players, okay? Different teams. It's not the same, okay? So we can't keep going back to Bill Cowher days or whatever when he coached against this. I don't want to hear all that. Now, back to the injury situation. When we talk about injuries, The New Orleans Saints have multiple key injuries in the offensive line.
Somebody mute y'all mute y'all background.
Yeah, we have a baby in the background.
Ain't me. Mine sleep. Mine in that sleep. It ain't me.
Somebody can mute your. Okay, well he muted just now. Okay, the whole part when I make it to you guys, the Saints, for them to win this football game, I like the fact that they went. I mean, seeing Caesar going back to center, he played well. You guys made that part last week, and how well he played. You guys made a great part. Okay, I think the Saints need to run the football, control the ball. Don't put the ball in Andy's to lose. Be conservative a little and have some good defense. Now that you got Jarvis Landry, it's going to open it up for the young man to blossom. It ain't going to be no double teams. Landry brings an element to the game that Michael brings to the game. He's not as good as Michael Thomas, but he's going to have people trying to double him. And it's going to leave Olave and these other guys wide open. I see Andy having a better game. This is not like I told you. If they would have had Fitzpatrick, whoever this guy Patrick, then I would be worried about Andy Dalton today, because this dude is an interception machine. This guy here is just, I don't know what it is about this kid we played with Miami Dolphins. Why did Miami let him go like that for nothing? This guy here, I wish the Saints would have gotten that ring and got him, because he's an interception king. That's a big loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm not saying that because I'm a Saints fan. That's their defense right there. Yeah, him and the pass rushing guy that they got back today, TJ. But the biggest player.
I'm glad you said that, because that's not the only guy they have on
the biggest player on this team is Fitzpatrick. He turns the ball over.
I disagree. TJ Watt is that guy on defense. And no disrespect to Minka. Minka is a really damn good defense.
He's the best player on their defense.
But TJ Watt is
always available.
That defense.
TJ the king.
He's never available. I got to go by availability. And Minka is always available. That's all I'm saying. So it doesn't matter. You could y'all talked about Landry coming off the street, being injured, and how he's going to adjust. A great player's going to play. That's the same thing with TJ. TJ he can miss like 7 games. We still gonna have to watch out for this cat. Okay, so that goes with any great players. The Saints can utilize him coming. That's why you got to use the screen game. If this guy comes through and come at Dalton, throw the little simple screen game and let the Alvin Kamara take it up the field. Okay, you can beat the pass rush. You beat the pass rush with the screen game. This is not no game I'm gonna panic over, because these are 2 bad football teams. Right now, this is an up and up game. We win this football game. The bad football team that we all criticizing has a shot to at least have the same wins or second place in this division. So I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead.
Look, let's be honest here. Let's look at Pittsburgh side real quick. The game is going to be won with the offense. I mean, with the defense, because we know what Pittsburgh's weak point is, and I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think the weak point on the Steelers football team right now is their offense. Okay, we know that the Steelers are having big time troubles right now at quarterback. Okay, Kenny Pickett is young right now. I'm not saying that he cannot be successful in this league one day, but right now he is not what you call a bona fide quarterback one right now in this Steelers offense. Okay, there's only one guy 2 guys that I think of that really kind of, I'm gonna throw in 3 guys. I'm gonna throw in 3 guys for you. All right. 3 guys that I think of in that Steelers offense that you're going to have to watch out for. Najee Harris, Mr. Freiermuth, their tight end, and Mr. Pickens from Georgia. Those are your 3 guys that you have to take away in that Steelers offense. And if we do that, defensively, we should win this football game. Now, saying that, Now saying that, we have, a defense that's been up and down this season. Okay. But I'm just telling y'all, just from looking at these teams, from the Steelers' point of view and the Saints' point of view, I'm just telling you, we can win this football game strictly off of defense. The defense has a chance to do what they did against the Raiders and just really shut this team out. Okay, now offensively, you just got to play this game simple. Okay, TJ Watt is right there active today, so he's going to try to be a game record today. Okay. Minka Fitzpatrick is out in that secondary, and they just lost their starting cornerback, William Jackson. If I'm the offense and Jarvis Landry is active and Chris Olave is my receiver, I'm looking for the receiving game to go ahead and pop off as well today. The running backs, a lot of people are going to say, let's run the football. Running the football has been up and down this season. Okay? Yes, let's throw in a little bit running, but Andy, if you want to keep your job, you better throw a damn good football game today. That's my little tilt. Larry, go ahead. I see you got a question.
It's not really a question; it's a concern because historically, we have performed horrible against bad teams. Yeah. We played down to our competition, like the Carolina Panthers early this year. We were supposed to blow them out the water. Mm-hmm. We lost that game.
Yeah, but you beat the Raiders. You beat the Raiders, okay? So we can say that in both manners this year, that the Saints have beat bad teams and they have lost to bad teams. So this is different. I understand. See, y'all like to bring that historical. I know. Y'all like that's under a different coach. Okay. Now, these are things that
it don't matter. It didn't matter who the coach was. We did it under Mora. We did it under Hazlitt. We did it under
Tom Payton was a bigger upgrade than Jim Mora. Okay, he's always been a big.
But we did it under all three coaches.
But I know. But what is that going to do for us today? In the mindset, what is that? You want us to? You want fans?
What team is going to show up? That's the whole question. Which team is going to show up?
More depressed. That's what you're trying to do?
Yes.
I don't see nothing out of this. What we going to y'all come on here to be
I'm not on here to sell dreams. I'm not on here to sell dreams. I'm not trying to sell nobody no dreams. I'm being realistic.
Yeah, that's just being real about what could happen today. That's
I mean, we have had a historically, if you want to say that, we have always had problems against the Carolina Panthers. That organization, we have had problems with. That organization.
The Panthers was the example, but that's not the only team that we done laid down for.
I'm gonna ask an elder who knows this. Petey, since the expansion, have Carolina in our division between Tampa, Carolina, and Atlanta. Who gave the Saints the most hell in the division?
Well, I mean, you got to pick a year, because Carolina has had our number.
They have a winning record on us. They're the only one. Well, we got a winning record. We tied with Atlanta. Right now, we're tied in overall with Atlanta in wins and losses. Against the Buccaneers, we're dominating them as far as records. When it comes to head-to-head with the Carolina Kitty Cats, they got our number.
Yeah, well,
so when you brought up Carolina, we lost under the same circumstances under Sean Payton last year. Well, the very first game when we went into Carolina, we got stumped in Carolina. The second game in the Dome, we beat them. So I don't know when it comes down to Carolina.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Let me just
Carolina was just an example because with a quarterback like Baker Mayfield, we were supposed to whoop the hell out them people. On paper right now, looking at Pittsburgh, we're supposed to beat the brakes off these people.
But
we gotta watch to make sure it's not a trap game.
Last year, and I'm gonna bring up this, and I'm gonna let EJ have it. But last year, the quarterback for Carolina was who?
I don't even know.
No. Who was the quarterback? Y'all, come on now.
It was Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold was dumpster trash. And he beat us. They were 3-0 at the time. They were 3-0. We made them 3-0 after that game. As time went on, the second run around, we beat them.
That's why I said
Giants are the hardest
historically.
team in
Because
football.
last year's history.
Let me say this, y'all. Look, I don't think it's good to even bring division comparison in this matchup. This is Steelers versus the Saints. This is as far as historically, we don't play the Steelers like that. Okay, this is an AFC contender. Okay, right, all right, and this is a team right now that's not playing well. Okay, now I see to the point where Larry was talking about historically we play down to our competition. I agree with that point, but at the same time, we can't come into this football game and just think, okay, the Steelers are a bad football team, and we can just go ahead and play around with this team. We have to come out swinging on this team and dominate this football team from the first quarter all the way through the fourth quarter. We can't give them a lighter day or a chance to even make them think that they're still in this game or they can win this football game. Okay, that's just what it comes down to.
Hold up, Rainstorm. You talking about it's hard for a dome team to win in the cold. Them days are gone, brother. The Saints the Saints are built for cold weather now. Now that part you can throw out the door. Them dome team days, we drafted players from Ohio State. Most of the guys that we got on this football team are from out of dome areas. So I can't say that, my brother. Now I agree with you about other things, but when you talk about us making an excuse about dome team things, do you guys on the panel feel like the Saints have a disadvantage just for being outside?
That should never matter. That should never matter.
I'm not going to make that excuse. I'm not going to make that excuse. Go ahead.
Especially in the NFL. Maybe in the college realm, we can say this, okay, because college, you're strictly mostly playing teams in your southern area or your northern area. But in the NFL, you playing any and anyone. You playing everywhere, okay? In the NFL, you're supposed to play anybody, and it shouldn't matter where you're at. Okay, so let's not go ahead and come with this excuse just because the Saints play in a dome that, okay, they're going to Pittsburgh, they should struggle in the cold weather. No,
we beat that. Look, we've been to Seattle. We won in Seattle. This have been just the last couple of years. We have won in Philadelphia. We have been in the cold on multiple occasions that we have won. We won that playoff game. That playoff game with Sean Payton, and they kicked the field goal to win out the first cold weather in the game. We won it. We won out in the cold. Them days, I don't hear no.
That's a good point. We beat the Eagles in their house in the playoff game. You know, like that we done that before. Okay, so let's not go ahead and start doing all that about the cold weather. There's no excuses when it comes down.
We ain't gonna make no excuses on this channel. Now he's a Pittsburgh Steelers. Rainstorm is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, y'all. So he's just saying that. Now I want everybody to give a great shout out to this man. This man is a father this morning. He has Henry. Henry is a first-time father, y'all. He has a new baby boy, y'all. So everybody clap it up.
Congratulations, Henry.
Yeah, I saw him. You know what I'm saying? So he got a Tiger Woods baby now. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's right.
I know he hype right now, man.
He is hype. Awesome. He have a junior too, and he have a junior.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Look, start him young, man. Get him already in front of the TV, man. He don't know what he's looking at, but guess what? All he sees is black and gold. He gonna remember that black and gold on that joker. But look, give me your key matchups today, offensively and defensively for the Saints against the Steelers. Which side of the football is going to win you the football game today?
The trenches, offensive line, defensive line.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know if Pickett is playing or Mr. Biscuit is playing, but again, need pass rush, need to protect our quarterback. So like I'm saying again, and I mentioned this earlier, bro. I'm still optimistic, but cautiously optimistic.
I want to bring that up too. Like
y'all heard that? No, EJ, I want you to see the comments before you go. Look, he said tank for Harold Perkins.
No,
the guy is a freshman, man. He's not even coming out next year.
Hey, bro, y'all drinking too early on this Sunday morning, bro.
I'm telling you, like, Lord, that is a freshman. He about to be a sophomore. He's not even ready to come out to the league yet. And you talk about take for Harold Perkins, Lord.
Man,
All right, look.
he joking. He joking, y'all. He joking.
I know, yeah, I know.
As Jason, as Jason, he gotta be joking.
But I'm glad
he
you brought that point up because
that's Jason.
I need some players on that old line to step up today. Okay, we're missing Eric McCoy. We're missing Andrews. Okay, so I need the big boys to come through today. All right, Ruiz, show me some good flashes.
Trevor Penning playing EJ.
Huh? Trevor Penning is not playing.
He's off IR.
He is not ready to go.
Oh, they just asking. I mean,
he's on a 21 day. He's on a 21 day. He's on a 21 day set to come back. That means this 3 weeks, he's about to come back.
Yeah, look for him to come out in the next 2 games. I'll give it either the next game or the game after that for him to come in. But he's not coming in to play today. But Cesar Ruiz, he showed me some really good flashes against the Ravens. I really want him to take command and take control of this line. All right, naturally, this was his position coming into the draft. He was a center. Okay, I don't know if many Saints fans know that he was a starting center all through his college years with Michigan. So I expect him to go ahead and fill that role and take leadership right now. Okay, and I don't know. I think they're gonna probably put Throckmorton over there in Pete's position. So I expect him to go ahead and handle his business over there as well. Go ahead, Hump.
Well, I think it's going to be Derek Kelly, and they probably throw Throckmorton back at the right guard and put Derek Kelly at the left guard, which I really thought, and as you think about transactions from last week, I really thought Wyatt Davis shouldn't have been cut. That boy was a starting guard in Minnesota.
I like that point.
Right, I agree with you on that. Wyatt Davis.
Wyatt Davis. They kept playing around with his contract. Like they'll sit there and they put him on the practice squad, then sign him on the team. It was like the Latavius Murray situation. Like they didn't lock him up on the roster.
You're right about that. That was a great point, Petey.
And once you keep doing that, and you put him on and you bait him on that practice squad, everyone has a free game. So. That's a good point right there, that Derek Kelly, that's a good loss. He's always been able to come through whenever we missed, starting linemen. He'll come in and help with depth and everything. But it is what it is. We got to play with what we have, man. We can't sit there and worry too much about Derek Kelly now. Derek Kelly ain't a Saint no more. So worry about who you got and move forward with that. So. Like I said, guys, let me bring this point up now. The Buccaneers officially 10 minutes ago had beat the Seahawks. Looking forward, like I said, looking forward again to facing the Buccaneers. I know the Buccaneer fans are riding high right now, and they're sitting there and they're like, yeah, this is our chance. We can take over this division. We can, get on a couple of wins, but at the same time, it's up to the Saints. It's really. I'm gonna put it to you like this: it's the Saints' division to lose, and I'm gonna tell you why. If the Saints can just handle what they can handle, which is win the rest of these games, and all they got to do is beat Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. They have to see Tampa Bay again coming up.
Yeah, they control their own destiny. They control their own destiny. Not all the stuff that we have said, EJ. They control their own destiny.
Yeah, the Saints really do control their own destiny in this scenario. Like I would rather be the one that's chasing than the one being chased. I'm going to put it to you like that. It's so much pressure when you're sitting there and you're one game above the rest of the division. Like teams are waiting for you to hiccup. Like I was literally watching this Buccaneers and Seahawks game. And like the Buccaneers had a commanding 21-3 lead over the Seahawks. And next thing you know, the Seahawks scored 16 straight points. Straight up like that. So what I'm telling you is defensively, the Buccaneers are not what they used to be. And then offensively, the Seahawks had a bad football game. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are not the same football team that we've seen over the past couple of years. So
Seattle not all that good, y'all. Seattle is playing ahead of their game. People giving to Seattle a little bit too much.
Yeah,
quiet as kept. Look, quiet as kept. You know, it was 6-3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they deserve their flowers for that because they were supposed to be really bad this year without Russell Wilson. But at the same time, I really feel like the Seahawks really they started playing games and started winning games above where they're supposed to be, and I really feel like the Seahawks are going to start trending downwards.
They're going to start trending down.
Reality is going to start hitting them. You know, I think they played as good as they. Really, you know, their peak has gotten them so far this year. You know, so you know the Seahawks.
Keandre ain't said nothing. We already got everybody.
Get to that. I see her up in there. She quiet and everything. You know, she just snuck up in here. I see her and everything.
So I'm quiet because y'all talking. I'm listening to y'all talk.
I trust me. I'm about to get to you, Keandre, but I want to also make this point. Guys, like. You know, I don't want y'all because we've been doing this all season, all right. And I know every single game we'll sit there and we'll bring up, you know, hey, what we're gonna do next after you know this Saints game that we're about to play. Every pregame we'll sit there and we'll look forward. I need y'all to look here now. Because that's all we have right now, Saints fans. All we have is now. Let's stop looking so much towards the future, okay? The next season and the year after that and all that is going to take care of itself. Let's look here. Let's look at the Pittsburgh game, okay? And let's look at what can we do to win this football game, okay? Because if we lose this football game, it's over, all right? We don't have to talk about playoffs anymore. We don't have to talk about what we're going to do about, you know, this and that, what the scenarios are going to be. We can go ahead and move on to, all right, what future is going to be. Let's live in the now. Let's go ahead and I know a lot has happened. I know, you know, Michael Thomas' situation that went on. I know Jameis Winston put out this doggone article about how he's been mistreated and everything with DA. I know a lot of Saints fans want DA to be fired right now. But let's put all that to the side, Saints fans, and let's sit here and just say we have a football game to be played today. Okay? We still have a chance, whether it looks ugly or not, we still have a ugly chance to win this division. Let's look.
Nas, come out. Nas, step off for a second. We're going to let you right back on, Nas. I'm going to let the Pittsburgh Steelers come in for a second. Okay, Nas? While he's
doing that, Keandre, give me your thoughts today and how you feeling about this game today. You're on mute.
I was saying I think we have a good chance to win this game, even though, like you said, our team tends to play down to our competition, but we are the down competition. So, I mean, you know, we are the down competition. So I don't know how much down can play. Anyway, I think the Saints need to do another self-evaluation. And, you know, like we're letting ourselves down, we're letting our fans down, you know what I'm saying, with the way they're playing or whatever. I just hope they haven't given up, you know what I'm saying? Because like y'all said, our division is terrible, and we have a chance to be able to do something, you know, what have you. But, you know, oftentimes I think about it, it's like, okay, well, we have a chance to go to the playoffs, but do I really want us to go to the playoffs? But, I mean, of course.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. No, I got to cut you off when you say something like that. Do you remember? And this is what I have problems with fans. Who remember the Seattle Seahawks going in at 7-9 and defeating 11-5 football team, the New Orleans Saints? Who remember when the 8-8 Giants got in the playoffs some kind of way, won the Super Bowl, No, if you're a fan, you always want an opportunity. It's always open to something weird happening in the NFL. Somebody, quarterback can get hurt. Things can happen. So don't ever root for your team not to go to the playoffs. I'm just saying, sister. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I get that. You know what I mean? I'm just tired of, you know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of the heartbreak. You know what I mean? I'm in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? So excuse me if I say something that's out the way, but that's
That's
just my feelings.
understandable.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
understandable.
But
Saints fans been through the ups and downs all of this season. This is not something we're accustomed to. You know, it's
right,
okay to feel that way and everything. But like every 504 is saying, you want your team to win. No matter how bad it is,
of
or how
course, I want
ugly
my
it's
team to
looking,
win.
you want them suckers in the playoffs. And doggone, if we get that chance, you never know what can happen. Every team is 0-0 once the playoffs start. You know,
That's
so.
true. But that's the thing. Can we get to 7-9? That's what I'm
Yeah,
could
you
get
could.
8-8.
You
All
could.
right. But we
You
gotta get
could.
there first.
You
You're
could.
right.
Golly.
You're
49ers,
right.
the 49ers and the Saints were battling for that last spot
Uh
last year. And we all
yeah.
expect, we thought, you remember if the Rams would have won that game,
Beat the
we would have
49er, yeah.
we would have got in. And guess what? When the
Yeah, that's
49ers
true.
got in, 49ers beat the Rams. So it's always a possibility once you get in. You don't know what happens. When you get in, you don't
That's
know.
true.
Taysom Hill might run wild. He might be the quarterback running wild. Nobody can stop him. So I don't know, y'all. I don't never give up on seasons. And I see the brother, the Pittsburgh Steelers rainstorm is in the house. Go ahead, brother.
Hey man, give me your thoughts, man, of how you feeling about your team, man. You know, I know that you in a Saints group chat right now, man. But look, be comfortable, man, and go ahead and talk some smack, man. You know, that's your team, bro. You know, we ain't about to sit here and go ahead and shoot you down because you're a Steelers fan, man.
Well, he's
So,
my Indian brother. He's my Aborigine brother, and he follows me on my Aborigine page. So he knows we all brothers. He already know what's happening. Go ahead.
go ahead, man.
Hey, salute to everybody up here on the panel in the chat, man. Hey, it's a pleasure to talk to y'all to begin with. Yeah, I'm on the road. Also, I'm a truck driver, just like Brother Peanut too. I'm up here in close to Chicago and Gary. It's cold as hell up here. So yeah, I'm at the hotel room. I got to deliver a load tomorrow. But he told me, you said this a while back, Brother Peanut. You said my son gonna have a channel, you know, blah blah blah, you know, and the rest is history. And so soon as he said that, I subscribed to your channel. And now that the Steelers are playing the Saints, I can only get in here every so often, you know. But to talk trash from my end, I'm just hoping that we win. Because I've never seen my Steelers look like this since I started liking them back a long time ago. I ain't gonna tell my age, and I'm just kidding. I just turned 53 November the 3rd. But
Still a young man.
ever since ever since I started loving the Steelers, ever since I seen Lynn Swan, Terry Bradshaw, Starworth, so on and so on, I just dug them, you know, as a child. And I've always been with them. Now, I'm from St. Louis. I still love the Rams of St. Louis. I don't care for them now. I don't give a damn. My friends, my brothers, and they, the Rams this. I say, I don't care about them Negroes, man. It's like they gone. You know, now when they was the greatest show on turf in St. Louis, I love them. Now that they over there in LA, because the dude that took them there, the owner said, well, St. Louis ain't got enough money. I'm moving my team. It's like, well, bye, motherfucker, you know, bye. You know, I still remember the 99 Rams and up and so on 2000 and won the Super Bowls and stuff for us. And I leave it right there. Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Kurt Warner, and all that. Once you gone, you gone. But I've always loved the Steelers. I've always loved them. But we got TJ Watt back, but they said Michael Fitzpatrick is out. Only reason Micah can do what he does is because the defensive line, mainly because of TJ Watt. And,
I'm so glad you say that. I'm so glad that you gave that as a Steelers fan and perspective, because You know, my dad here, every 504, you know, wants to say Minka Fitzpatrick makes up y'all defense, but TJ Watt is y'all man. Yeah, and
TJ,
I had to put the screen on.
every other team can see that, man. You know, like
Yep.
that is y'all guy, and he's that run stuffer, man. He makes y'all go every
I
single
didn't
game.
say. See, let me explain myself. Ray.
please do, sir. Please
You know
do.
what?
Please.
You always coming up on here to talk about Minka Fitzpatrick.
Okay. TJ is that guy. Okay, he's always going. He's our. I mean, he's that Ricky Jackson that we had. You know, he's that that guy that was going. That's going to. You know, Ricky was a Hall of Famer. Okay, well, is a Hall of Famer. So. What the part what I'm making is I give TJ that, you know, that double team guy who's gonna, you know, we're gonna have to put a tight end to chip him, and we're gonna have to do all we can. But let me tell you something about Minka Fitzpatrick. Me watching Darren Sharper, the effect that what Darren Sharper did for the Saints, even though I can't stand his guts, what he done to women and all that stuff, but the effect of that kind of safety. That guy who has a nick, you remember Petey Sammy Knight. These guys who have a nick for taking that ball in certain situations, TJ can't do that. He can't just go snatching balls and turn a whole game around. And Minka Fitzpatrick, I watched this dude with the Miami Dolphins. I seen him literally by himself with no offense, won a game by himself, picking off the ball and scoring, and they win the game like 13 to 10. What I'm saying is this guy has the ability to snip, you know, as we got Andy Dalton out there. And if we were playing Fitzpatrick, I believe we would lose this game because Andy is that type of guy. I get nervous because he just, you know, Nick Fitzpatrick gonna take him. He gonna take it from him. So I'm just talking about when we saw Deion. Deion wasn't the best tackler. People make up Deion was the best cover guy, but he wasn't the best tackler. Yeah. But he knew what to do in certain moments. He would take your breath away and win football games. That's what.
But
special guys.
But brother Peanut.
When he hurt, I mean, he just, you know, he could get double team, triple team. He ain't that kind of guy. You know, he ain't no Reggie White now. He
right now. Look, I'm hoping, I'm praying, you know, and I'm going, TJ, we take away TJ.
You can beat him with the screen.
But I'm just saying,
TJ, you know X's and O's. You played cornerback in college. You know that you can use the screen game against a guy, a great pass rusher. You know that there's ways of chipping that guy. But with a safety out there, you know damn well it would have been much harder with both of them than us having just one.
I'm just saying, man. TJ,
that would have been much more effective with both of them.
You can't take that man lightly, man.
I'm not. Who would take TJ Watt lightly? I'll be a fool.
Better not. They're not.
The Saints not.
They're not. Every time you look up, he in the backfield. Every time this dude is back there.
Man, that country white boy, him and his brother, they just got that gene, man. They just got that gene.
Yeah, you're right. He better than his brother. I say not because he a Steeler. I mean, watching their highlights and everything all the way up to now. TJ is better than JJ. He is way better, and you know, is to me. But I mean, the stats can speak for themselves too. You know, I'm not saying JJ wasn't nothing. JJ was a beast for Houston. The man was cold, but his brother is constantly back there. You know, I think it's like a pecking order: big brother, middle brother, little brother. The little brother was playing for us. I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. But anyway,
what about black and yellow? Before, because we only got.
I'm glad.
Why y'all wear yellow and call that gold? Go ahead.
Hey.
No, they call it gold. They call it gold because of the 6 titles that they got. It's black and gold because of the.
I never understood that. I'm glad you kind of brought that up because look, us as Saints fans, We got gold.
We got real gold. We got real gold.
We
real gold.
We got Notre Dame gold.
Well,
Huh,
when
Larry?
we look at y'all and we look at y'all as black and yellow and everything.
It really is.
A lot of announcers say black and gold with y'all, and we like, what the hell? What are y'all looking at? That's yellow.
I know we went to school and we saw the crayon, and we knew that what yellow is. I know the difference between yellow and gold.
I'm glad you said that though.
Y'all had a whole song confirming it. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Y'all
a whole song talking about black and yellow. Yeah.
But I mean, like Brother Peanut said, it's the crayon thing. Like that'll go back into our Indian thing, but I ain't gonna talk about that right now. Okay. I cut it. But no,
we'll get on that on our other twist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you.
Nas brought up a good point that a key matchup today is gonna be Ryan Ramczyk versus Mr. TJ Watt. So look for that key matchup.
That is gonna be a good one
on both sides. You know,
that's gonna be.
You want to talk about some good like matchups? That is a matchup you want to look at as a football fan and get your popcorn ready, because that's Ramczyk's one of the best tackles in the game, and we talking about one of the best DNs in the game, TJ Watt. So that's gonna be a good matchup today.
Yeah, but the problem is, I want to ask Larry this: what's gonna happen when TJ Watt decides to go to the other side because he's getting handled over there by Ramczyk, and he said, and they do a switch side, we ain't got nobody on the other side to stop no.
Hurst better be ready. He better be ready.
Garbage.
Hurst got to be ready, but I got a concern with Ramczyk too, because every week he on an injury report.
Yeah,
they got to sit him down and rest him. You know what I'm saying? So I got a concern right there.
Yeah.
If TJ just coming back healthy, and you saying the brother keeps getting hurt, he's ran through. Then you still got to deal with Hainsworth coming through the middle. Then so on and so on. But I don't think Mika playing. I think I heard Mika hurt or he got to have surgery.
Mika's out.
He had his appendix. His appendix got taken out.
Yeah.
The outside is not the outside is not my concern. My concern is in the interior with Cameron Hayward on these back guards.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the biggest thing. Like I said, we missing two linemen.
Thank you, Larry. We're Larry, you're hitting on it, dog.
we're missing Eric McCoy and we're missing Andrews Pete today. So it's gonna be Saints offensive line versus the Steelers D line today. Who's gonna come out on top? That's gonna win you the football game today.
That's why Hump
and vice versa now. And vice versa.
That's why Hump said in the trenches.
Yeah, that brother was right.
Said in the trenches.
Your Hump said it first. He said in the trenches. He did. He did. That. He did.
I agree with him in the chat because our offensive line ain't a puppy can run through our offensive line. Just let him go.
But let me just say this, guys. And not to cut any off, but we about to approach 5 minutes before game time. This is the part of the show, because we'll have a lot of other discussions to talk about in the post game and everything. But what I want to go ahead and get you guys' thoughts on what the ending score is going to be and who you got winning this football game. So I'm gonna start with Nas. What you got today, man?
Give me us winning 24-17.
Okay. All right. Larry, what you got, man?
I'm not gonna give him no points because every time I see points, it be way off. But my biggest concern is Kenny Pickett is a running quarterback. We gotta play him. We gotta account for that. If we don't account for that, we're in for a long day. That's why I said what I said earlier about playing down to our competition. We got to account for his running ability.
That's key.
Kenny Pickett is a running quarterback, but the problem he's not. But listen, he's not what we just faced. What we faced was the best that you could ever face. Oh, he got that Lynn Swine out. What we faced was the best that you could face. Okay, and I'm telling you that if you didn't get no practice while playing Lamar Jackson, you should be able to contain Kenny Pickett because you played Lamar Jackson. Okay, Kenny Pickett is a guy that I wanted I don't know if you guys remember, but on the page, I wanted Kenny Pickett because I thought that he could sit a couple of years, at least 2, sit behind Jameis and be able to be the future because I like the way I followed him with the University of Pittsburgh. What he can, he's sneaky and he has a good arm. Okay, you guys got to watch him. The guy
exactly. He's a sneak. He a sneak one.
He can
That's
sneak.
what I'm talking about.
Not to cut you off, every 504, but we approaching 4 minutes. What you
All right,
guys?
well, go ahead on with your.
Well, I mean, I'm like Nas, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer. You know, I say 24-21. You know,
I'm not putting up big numbers today.
Rainland, what you got today? What you got as your score today?
I say 20-17 Steelers by a field goal.
Okay.
Because y'all still got Kamara back there. And that boy is, good God. I mean, that running back does it. He's like a Marshall Faulk, but I'll leave it at 20-17 Pittsburgh in favor by a field goal.
That's all Reggie. That boy Reggie Bush right there.
Drunk got 30-10 Saints.
Oh,
wow.
That's too high. That's too
I don't know. We did shut out the Raiders 24-0.
What you got?
None of us believed that. None of us believed that. That pregame, none of us believed that we was going to do that. Okay, I got I'm going with my Saints, man. But I got the Saints 27-25 over the Steelers.
Okay.
God. I'm gonna be as realistic as possible about this, guys. And I said this, like I said, this is all about the defense dominating today. So I'm really going, and no disrespect to the Steelers at all today, but I really feel like the Saints should win this game 21-10. I'm going 21.
That ain't bad at all.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not disrespectful.
That's fair enough. That sounds fair. I mean, you know, I'm just hoping. Now, normally I'd be like, "Oh, it's gonna happen." That's why I hope 20-17.
It'd be a run the ball, play defense game.
What Nas?
But that's the thing. We got Najee Harris, but he can't run the ball because we ain't got no line. Like I said, a puppy can run through the defense. You know, and it's like, you know, my grandbaby. I just say, girl, go ahead, baby. Go do what you got to do. She'll run through our defensive line. You know? I mean, not defense, offense. I let her try. But yeah, man, I just hope it be a good game in general sense. Just in general. I just want to see a good game.
It's going to be a good football game. If you're a football fan, this is the kind of game that you would want to see and everything. Just because, quite honestly, the Saints and the Steelers are kind of, you know, on the same level right now. You know, so you know, the Saints and the Steelers got to prove today that they got to separate themselves from each other. So it's going to be good to see, man. You know, great to have you on the chat, Rainland, man. You know, look, good luck to you.
One advantage before you go, EJ, they have Mike Tomlin and we got Dennis Allen. That's where you got an edge on. Okay, you have the better coach. So
we gonna see how coaching plays a part in this game today.
Coaching, if coaching, we don't have a chance if coaching, but pure talent, I think we're a little bit more talented than y'all, Rainstorm, right now. Because even at our worst, I look at our positions. I think the Saints just got a little more talent than the Steelers this year. Okay,
I agree. I agree. And plus, I mean, it goes into we got 1 minute left. Yeah, I totally agree. I concur. But you said I concur.
This is gonna be a game we use Kamara and Taysom Hill too. This is gonna be a big game for them too. Versatile side.
We're gonna give our guest. He's a Steeler. What is y'all go Steelers? What is y'all theme?
You go ahead. You go ahead. Hit your here we go Steelers. Hit your here we go Steelers.
We're gonna come behind y'all. Come behind you with a who that.
I left my terrible towel in the car in the truck. But go Steelers. There we go.
All right.
Better 1, 2, 3. Who that?
Who that, baby? I see y'all.
Oh, y'all so off. Boy, y'all thought that was about new rhythm or nothing.
Oh, good.
We see y'all right after the game, y'all. We will be concluding right after the game.
Tempo. Peace, y'all.